Hi there, I'm Andy Hillier and today's guitar lesson is going to be on Sweden from Minecraft. Now this is a beautiful little song. I've done a cover version of it, so if you want to hear what it sounds like all the way through, I'll leave a link to it in the description down below and a card above, so go and have a listen to that. Just before I teach you it though, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, which is Andy Hillier, give me a like on the video, leave me some comments in the comment section, including any songs you want to learn. And if you love what I'm doing and you want to support me, keep me doing these videos, I've got a Patreon account where I put the tabs for this on there, so go and check that out. I'll leave a link in the description. My guitar's in standard tuning and the first line sounds like this. So for that, we're going to start at the beginning. We've got open E, D2 and open G at the same time. Then you're going to play E2 nearest to your face, E3, and at the same time you've got open D, G2 and B3 all at the same time. So I'm using my thumb on the E string, index on the D, middle on the G and ring on the B string. Then you're going to play A2. So bar 1 goes. Bar 2 you've got G2 and D4 with the open A string. Then E3 and then open D with G2 and B2. So the first 2 bars go. Into the next bar, bar number 3, we've got open E with a D2, G and a B string this time. Then E2, and then this next chord, which is a D over G, we've got E3 nearest your face with your second finger. My first finger's barred across the E, B and G strings at the 2nd fret, and my third finger is going on the B3. I'm not actually playing that open D string. You could put it in if you wanted to. I'm literally playing the E string and then the E, B and the G, so the bottom 3 strings. Every time you see this chord, that's what I'm playing, unless I strum it. Then we've got an A2, so bar 3 goes. Then we've got open A with D4, G2 and B2, so my first finger's barred across those. Then E3, then open D with G2, B2 and open E. So bars 3 and 4 go. And bars 3 and 4 repeat. So that's the first line, so you play along all the way through and then you play bars 3 and 4 again. On to the next line, sounds like this. So for that, we've got, starting off the same as the other bit started off, open E with D2, open G and open B. Then at the same time you're going to play E2 and E5 nearest to the floor. Move that up to E7, and we're going to go back to this D/G chord that we've hit before. So the first part of that, bar 5, you've got. Then you're going to play A2, B3 and open E. So the first bar goes. Then we've got this chord, which we've done before, which is open A with D4, G2 and B2, E3, E2 nearest to the floor, E5, and then you've hit this chord before as well, open D with G2, B2 and E. Let's just play the first 2 bars of that line. Okay, and then this next bit's a bit tricky, but you don't have to make it tricky. So I've done it like this. So I've hit the open E with open G and open B. Play fret 10 with my little finger and pull off to fret 7. At the same time I hit fret 2 with my right hand. I bring it over and hit it. So you got, and then I just do a hammer on onto B10. Now if you wanted to make it easier, you could just get rid of that E2 down the bass there and just play the E10, E5, E7, then B10, and then go to that next chord. So whichever way you want to do it, you can go, or if you wanted to do it the way I did. And then we've got A2, B3, open E, in this same chord that we've hit before, E3, E5, E2, and this chord. I should really work out what chords these are. So this is like an A6 chord, and the last chord there is like a D major 9 chord. Okay, so let's try the whole line slowly. You got I played the last bit round the wrong way. E5, E2, and then the chord. Okay, on to the next line. Now the first bit starts the same as the other line. Then it goes up to E7, then down to E14 and E12. So that first bar you got. And then we've got this chord in bar 10, which is E9, B7, G6, D7, and the open A string. Okay, and then we play E3, then back to E10, E9, and this D major 9 chord, which is A, from the A string at the 5th fret, barred all the strings, 3rd finger on D7, 2nd finger on G6. So those two bars are a little bit tricky. So you got, and then into the next bar, bar 11, open E with open B and open G strings. Then gonna have to do a massive stretch here. Fret 2 on the E string and fret 7. If you can't do that stretch, just get rid of the 2 and just play the 7. So you could do. But if you can manage the stretch, you got. So then you're hitting that D over G chord. A2, B3, open E. And then this A6 chord, E3, then E2, E5, and then we've got that D major 9 chord. Let's try the whole of that line. Here we go. On to the next line. Starts with a similar idea. So we've played all that before. So then it's just changed slightly here. We've got, so bar 15, you've got that E minor, E2 with E5 on there, up to E7. Then we're hitting E3 with open D, G2 and B3. A2, then D to D2, then A with B2 into bar 16, E2 with E3 in the bass, then D4 to G2, and then you're playing that D major 9 on the end there. So let's just play bars 15 and 16. You've got okay, and then the last line, this is where it changes slightly. We've got a B minor chord, which is first finger barred across all the strings at the 7th fret, A9 and D9. Then you play E7 to B10, and then you can either use 3 fingers or put a finger flat across the D, G and the B strings at the 9th fret with the open E string, and then G9 and G7. So that first bar of that line, bar 17, goes. Then down to an A chord, which is just D2, G2, B2 with the open A string. Then B3, E, then E3 with open D, open G and open B strings. Then you're going to go to that B minor chord, but put your little finger on fret 10 of the E string as well. Then E7, B10, then that same open E with the 9s on the D, G and the B strings. Then fret 7 on the A string and 9 on the G string. Open D string with E12, and then you play an open A string with what's like the shape of a D chord, but at the 9th and 10th fret. So second finger E9, third finger B10, first finger G9, then E10, E14, and then we just finish off with the little finger on fret 7 on the E string and down to fret 3 on the E string. And that's the end of the song. If you want to play along to the whole song, I've done a cover version. I'll leave a link to that in the description down below. Well, hopefully you've enjoyed this little guitar lesson. If you have, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, which is Andy Hillier, give me a like on the video, leave me some comments in the comment section, and if you love what I'm doing and you want to support me, keep me doing these videos, I've got a Patreon account where I'll leave the tabs for this on there. Go and check that out as well. Thanks for watching this. I've been Andy Hillier, and I'll see you next time.